I looked outside. It was just so dark. You got thunderstorm warnings, flood warnings. You've got it all tonight. It's going to be rough.
You know, we've all been caught in it. You know, you get caught in a downpour. The hazards have to go on. You're pulling over to the shoulder. You don't have to go through that. If you're sitting in a dry place of safety right now, that's where you should stay. These storms just blowing up everywhere across the area. Just some things to remember. If you have to go out, I mean, it's a must. You have to pick up a family member. Flooding can occur quickly. Be weather aware. Know if there are downpours and warnings in your areas. Make sure you turn around, don't drown. If you run into standing water, you don't know how deep it is, and a car can stall in 6 inches of water. It really doesn't take much. So right now, big picture is you've got central and northern New Jersey into New York City, lower Westchester, Connecticut, and Long Island, all in the core of some of the heaviest storms. Multiple severe thunderstorm warnings across the area right now, and those are on top of the flash flood warnings. We've got rainfall rates of 1 to 3 inches an hour as these storms sit over the same place. So this one's over Bergen, over Fort Lee. I mean, the GWB, it's just been a mess this evening. And over the Bronx, I mean, whether it's over the Mosholu right now, very heavy downpours. Up the Hutch, tremendous lightning on the way from Rye to Greenwich. Severe thunderstorm warning 6 o'clock tonight until 6 o'clock. Bergen, Bronx, into Manhattan and Westchester as well, impacting places like New Rochelle. This thunderstorm warning, this is until 6 o'clock for Hunterdon, Middlesex, Morris, and Somerset. Just want to zoom in where these purples are. I mean, some of the worst of this is in between places like Bernardsville and Berkeley Heights. And there could be 1 inch hail, you're talking quarter-inch hail, and then 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts. So it's a dual threat of the flooding and the winds. Then all these flash flood warnings going on across Monmouth and Middlesex. I will say that Middlesex and Monmouth, at least northern Middlesex and Monmouth, the rain has gotten a little lighter, but it's still some very heavy downpours just to the northwest of Manalapan. And then you see from Brick to Toms River, severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45 for Ocean County. So there's this wave. And there's more blowing up west of Allentown. Another round here of severe thunderstorms that are causing wind damage and hail. And there's been tornado warnings with this line. Now, this will weaken after sunset, but we've got multiple rounds to come through all the way until midnight. This is a look off to the south. Let me just change the camera. I want to see if we can see what's going on in some other views. Because, again, it's really a case of like the have and have not. So I want to just punch home the case that when we look at, let's say, off to the south here, and let me just find the GWB cam, which is always difficult to find in some of our routers, but there it is. So, okay, so that's what I want to say. Look at that picture of Fort Lee as you have a driving rain and very difficult conditions with low visibility. So our temperatures at 82, south wind at 18, gusting to about 25. So flooding and damaging winds through about midnight. Tomorrow's lighter showers and 20 degrees cooler. Some thunder showers come back on Thursday. I think the remnants of Debby, the core of it, Friday and Friday night, and then Saturday morning. And then I think we start to improve. There's a new track that I'll show you with Debby. So there are the storms that have been focused over the city and the island. The East End got hammered earlier in the day, and now that's going to migrate northward a little bit during the early evening hours. We've got heavy downpours through midnight and still some waves of showers through the overnight, but it'll be lighter. Looking at Debby right now, this storm is almost right over Savannah, Georgia. Heavy downpours into the Carolinas. We've had up to 15 inches of rain south to Charleston and into southeastern Georgia and into parts of South Carolina as well. So the storm will go over the Atlantic waters tomorrow, strengthen a little bit, another landfall in South Carolina, and then race northward. But look at this. The track looked like it was over or just to our south and east yesterday. With it being to our north and west, the heaviest rains bypass us. We get showers and some thunder showers. I'm not saying we can't get some flooding downpours, but the core of it could actually be well to our west. So a lot of this 2 to 5 inches could fall tonight with additional inch or two maybe from the remnants of Debby, but not the worst of it. Let's hope that continues. 67 degrees tonight, heavy showers and thunderstorms the first part of the night. For tomorrow, up to 70, cloudy and much cooler. Showers around, especially from New York City south, could be drier north. Tomorrow night, a few showers around. So cooler tomorrow with lighter showers. Some showers on Thursday. We'll do the alert on Friday. If the trend continues, I might be able to remove the alert on Saturday because the heavier downpours would be over very early. The rest of the forecast after that looks great, but it's a long way until we get here.
Yeah, and serious tonight. Okay. All right. Thanks, Lee.
Yep.
Well, we're going to have more now on Debby. It has weakened to a tropical storm, but it is still bringing in widespread dangerous flooding as it slowly moves along the southeast coast.
Debby now churning over some of the country's most historic communities. Mayor Charleston says much of the city is off limits because of the flooding. The storm is also toppling massive trees and causing flooding in Savannah, Georgia. The center's almost right over there. Firefighters have used boats to rescue residents and deliver supplies. The storm is blamed for at least 5 deaths. ABC meteorologist Somara Theodore is live in Savannah with the latest on the conditions there. Somara, you're in the thick of it. The storm's almost overhead.
Yes, Mike, Sade, and Lee. In fact, literally almost like a paid actor, the rain has begun to fall. And so we were in this nice little dry slot, but rain is picking up. And that's the story here in Savannah. We've already seen almost 10 inches of rain. But as this storm system continues to push back out to sea, regain some strength, we get more moisture whipping in on the back end. We anticipate another half a foot of rain throughout this region. And so flooding continues to be the primary concern.
Heavy rain and flooding in the southeast as Debby swirls over coastal areas. The storm stalling over Georgia and the South Carolina coastline, where the flooding could reach catastrophic levels.
We're confident there's going to be flooding. We're confident there's going to be a lot of rain. The only question is how much is it going to be?
Fallen trees and the relentless torrential rain responsible for multiple deaths. Parts of South Carolina with up to 14 inches so far. Georgia more than 11, Florida close to 19. In Charleston, a city vulnerable to flooding. The mayor says pumps have been brought in as well as high water rescue vehicles. There's a curfew in place there. In Moultrie, Georgia, north of Tallahassee, authorities say a 19-year-old was killed after a tree fell through his home. At least 9 tornadoes reported in South Carolina and Florida.
We had absolutely no time to react. It was right on us. All we had time to do was just kind of look at each other and say, run.
Debby making landfall as a Category 1 hurricane in the Big Bend area where the Panhandle meets the peninsula. In Sarasota, cars stranded in the middle of the road, people kayaking on flooded streets. Aerial views capturing boats tossed onto the shore, homes submerged.
The roads can be hazardous when they're underwater. Don't try to drive through that. Take proper precautions.
And there's also a worry of storm surge. We can see up to 4 feet of storm surge along the South Carolina coast. And the remnants of Debby then make their way into the Northeast, impacting cities like Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and New York. For Somara Theodore, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Somara, Lee Goldberg again here in New York. I wanted to ask you, just because I'm seeing the center almost over you. I know the eye isn't as defined, but I'm noticing the floodwaters are like a piece of glass. Is it very calm there, and you're seeing more weather off to your west ready to come in?
Say that one more time, Lee. I'll ask you. You said it's like a. Say that again?
It just seems like it's a relative calm there with the center over you. Are you seeing more weather off to your west ready to move in?
I think I lost you, Lee. I think we got disconnected from the IFB, but I believe you said that is it calm here? Yeah, it was really calm. We were where that eye structure was, and things have been so quiet. We saw a lot of that dry air wrapping in as well, so it's also been really dry, but that is changing. We're starting to see the rain pick up now, and we're getting waves of more intense rainfall here in Savannah.
Thank you, Samara. That's the big tease with storms like this. You think you're done, and then it comes right back in.
Yeah, certainly. Okay.